find forgiveness even if our friendship fails? If all of this just one day fades into another iridescent memory, can we remember these moments without an idling heart? So maybe I linger in the stardust of summer nights spent with people I once loved, and sour the next couple of days in a daydream haze, reliving the magic of moments that have gone and passed. Reading between the lines of our fortune cards, we find another unknown in each other. Where will we go? Who will we become? What will be left of us then? The turbulence of time doesn't always wait for us to realize that these endings are happening. One day we are giggling with strawberries in our teeth as we glue on rhinestones to each other's cheeks, and the next we are calculating the miles between us and kissing the tears off of our faces as we say goodbye. Sure, there is always the possibility of another odd yet divinely orchestrated happening in which we may see each other again. But we also know that our lives could continue to unwind into familiar futures that only have glimmers of each other. I search for softness in the space between us now. In an alternate universe, maybe we live in the same city forever and fresh pick flowers for one another every Sunday and continue to share sidewalk stories. But despite our birthday candles and eyelash wishes, I know that we could become strangers again. I know because it's happened. I used to call this type of grief the ghosts of my past. But I'm learning to let memories be mirrors, to let people go and to let them in, to not fear the future or what it means for our friendship.
How to grieve a friendship. Step 1. Accept the fate of friendships. A fundamental way that we discover who we are, what we value, and why we are on this path comes from the people we share this life experience with. Everything is changing, yet everyone is everywhere. Accepting this truth is the first step towards healing. Acceptance doesn't mean suppressing the pain or pretending it doesn't hurt. It means allowing yourself to honor the role that person played in your life while recognizing that their presence may not be in alignment with where you're heading. And acceptance comes in many forms. One of the most powerful forms is your breath. Breathe deeply and let each inhale remind you of connection, and each exhale release attachment. Trust that the moments that you shared are still a part of you. Remember, people come and go. Sometimes they bring joy, sometimes they bring lessons, sometimes they bring growth or both, and sometimes they fade away. And that's okay. Grieving is a part of the process, but so is embracing the space that they left for new connections and deeper self-discovery. Step 2, memorialize the relationship. Make something out of the memory of that person. This could be a multimedia art piece made from birthday candles and train ticket receipts. Or write a poem that captures the essence of your relationship. All things can be transformed. Energy is mutable. We can change how we perceive our experiences if we truly process our emotions and give them the space to be seen and felt. Transformation begins with acknowledgement, and every memory holds the potential for growth and renewal. Step 3, embrace the shadow. Release the shame, guilt, trauma, hurt, and any other low vibrational emotions that you've carried from that relationship. You are not the shadows of your soul, and neither are they. Ask yourself, in what ways do their shadows mirror yours? How does this person reflect your own qualities or habits, positive and negative? If we dig deeper into why these people came into our lives and what we were meant to learn from each other, we can find peace in what has caused us pain. Healing comes when we can find the purpose in even the most difficult connections. Step 4, meditate with different versions of yourself. In your mind's eye, share a space with your younger self. Maybe you were 15 or 25 when that friend broke your heart. Revisit that version of yourself and show up as the friend that you needed in that moment, or maybe wish that you had. Imagine how it would have felt to receive that kind of support, or maybe you were the toxic one. What advice would you give yourself knowing what you know now? You may not be that person anymore, but they will always live inside you. By offering compassion and empathy to your past self, you begin to create inner harmony and open that door to deeper healing in your life and relationships. Step 5, forgive the faults. We cannot shame ourselves or each other into healing. Only love and compassion can help us evolve, allow new, healthier, happier relationships to form in our life. Radically practice forgiveness. Forgive them even if it doesn't feel like they deserve it, and forgive yourself even if you don't feel worthy. You're not the same person that you were then, and your growth deserves acknowledgement, not guilt. Forgiveness is a practice. Incorporate rituals into your routine that promote this kind of healing. Step 6, celebrate the connection. There are so many ways to honor each other in our day-to-day, even if we are no longer connected to one another. Avoiding places or things that remind you of this person is unnecessary punishment. Revisit the cafe that you both loved and rewatch the film that you saw together as a way of appreciation for that friendship. A relationship ending doesn't have to erase that person from your memory or everyday experiences. Creating new memories can help us shift the narratives that we tell ourselves. These acts in themselves are ways to coexist with closure. Step 7, call in conscious connections. You will keep attracting the same people and types of relationships over and over again unless you choose a route away from the familiar. If you find yourself around people that make you feel disempowered, fatigued, or frustrated, ask yourself, what lesson were you meant to learn through this pattern of people that keep entering your life? Often our repeated experiences stem from unconscious behaviors or unresolved emotions. But when you bring awareness to these underlying aspects, you can better align with new and empowering cycles and connections. Step 8, express gratitude. Gratitude can be expressed in many ways. You might write a letter to that person, even if you don't actually send it, thanking them for the role that they played in your journey. Or you can even offer this gratitude energetically through meditation by imagining that person is there with you in the room, and energetically you can send them your thanks and well wishes. And this practice doesn't just honor them, it releases any emotional weight that you are still carrying from that relationship. You don't have to deny that what you had with that person was special and had some sort of significance on you. Even if it ended, the experiences you shared, both good and bad, were opportunities for growth and healing. By giving thanks for these moments, you signal that you're ready to move forward with a light heart. And you can close out this practice by releasing any old patterns or people that no longer serve you, and invite in fresh faces and fulfilling friendships. Gratitude isn't just about honoring the past. It's about embracing the future with openness and love. And that concludes this video. Thank you so much for sharing this space. It would mean the world to me if you continue to follow along this journey by subscribing and following me on whatever socials. I'm just grateful that you chose to be here with me today, and I wish you all the best, and until the next video,